Got something you need stashed?
Yeah, I need to withdraw the spirit.
It's safe with me. Promise.
I hope so.
Keep an
Don't
eye
want
on
you
it.
suddenly turning to cannibalism. The fun we just stuck it in a chest. Here is the spirit you seek. In all the centuries, I never thought I would leave this place. Forever bound to these stones, the seclusion was driving me to madness. I thank you, human, for seeing through the madness and giving me a chance at peace. I offer you this strange text as a thanks. I know not the words, but they seem bound to the enemies with which you battle. Farewell, human. Rest in peace, Ugdall. 12,000 XP, 250 Covenant of Ugdall rep, and an ethereal missive. They've long since, whatever sins they need to be punished for, they've long since served them. You know, it's cruel to let them there any longer.
My inventory is full.
It's not too much to ask for a fucking legendary that's for me, is it? Feels like the game is saying yes.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Oh? No. I am not a gunner. It is actually tempting for me to play a ranged character, but, no. Oh wait, you're a smuggler. No wonder my stuff keeps just swishing around.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Hold on to that. That does boost pet health. Can't justify it. Tommy's tempted in, dropping these 3 points and putting them back over here. And because, I get more from, lightning. The one thing is, like this has a slightly higher percentage, and it has this. Takes into account main hand damage, and total damage modified by 20%. It's kind of hard to beat that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take that off. It does. I know, it feels like it's missing the right oomph, you know, but this out. There we go. Thank you for saving us, but this place gives me the creeps. I think coming here was a mistake. You seem a little upset. Do I? I guess I should try to sound more appreciative. People were very kind to me, but I don't think I can handle it. The place is creepy enough during the day and at night. You can hear the wailings of gods and what out in the bog. It's terrible. At least you're safe now. I suppose you're right. It's better than being stuck out there in the cage. Thank you again for saving us. I'm glad I could help. Thanks so well you found us when you did. I saw those things rip a man apart and devour him. Sure wouldn't have been long before it was my turn. What were those things? Some of them looked almost human, or, well, used to be human. I'm not familiar with curses. Perhaps that's what's happening here. You should be safe here. I know the Coven will protect us. Just can't stand to think about those ghastly things coming after us again. So, are you a new recruit? Yes, like the others you saved. We were called here. Called here? Like a voice in your head, calling you home. No, it sounds strange, but after Grim Dawn, I got this feeling. I could sense something reaching out to me from this place. I knew exactly what I needed to do. As it turned out, it was Matron Motosia, calling to others like her through the Aether. So you came here to join the Coven? Yes, I made it without your help. Thank you. The tree have become silent. How can you say such things when it is their guidance that kept me alive all these years? I would be nothing if not for the blessings of Solal. Believe what you want. I talked to their, like, head mook. From what I'm gathering from hierarchy, while he is still a mortal, I'm guessing he's probably a very high-ranking mortal. You know, he's probably the highest-ranking mortal. You know? You know, if he says they've gone silent, they've gone fucking silent.
Persistent, aren't you? Very well. You may remain here for the time being. Perhaps we will find a use for you yet.
What can I do to help?
For me, nothing I suspect you can handle. Speak to Garadia. She might have something for you.
Yeah. Seems that we owe you a debt of gratitude. Sisters you found while out in Ugdall have all returned safely thanks to you. You're welcome. They've already suffered under the Empire. They deserve a better life. Getting devoured by those beasts would have been a cruel end. Thank you. And here, my end of the deal, as promised. 12,000 XP, 250 Ugdall rep, 5 scrap, and a serrated spike. Glad they're safe now. That's pretty weak as a reward. Nice XP though. Thank you for finding our missing sisters. Appears to you that you can be trusted, unlike most that stumble upon here. Seems like the right thing to do. Oh, Nadella. Thank you for coming to our rescue, stranger. That was the least I could do. Matron Motosa heard I'm good with elixirs. She should put me to work with his old codger, Andros. He's always gone on about how much work there is to do, but don't even let me help. Afraid if I don't contribute, I'll be forced out to refuge, but Andros won't let me do my part. Perhaps get a new assignment? I suppose I could speak with Motosia, but she's already done so much for me. Don't want to be dead weight. Be fine, relax. They seem at least... Well, she's hostile, but they seem pretty fine with, you know, fellow witches. Welcome back. If it was an cultist, should be better. Probably not. Oh, I forgot to open you. Krista. This whole thing is still very strange to me. There are sisters here who have devoted their entire lives to studying craft, but know nothing of such things. No skill with herbs and vial, no knowledge of treads or their connections. No tales of the tree or alongside. Cannot convene with spirits, and yet here I am. I was drawn here like a fish to its spawning grounds, and I've no idea why. Don't think any sisters know either. I've heard some of the elders speaking of me. There was no disdain in their voices, but they are at a loss for what purpose I have in this place. I've learned many things in my short time here, despite my apparent lack of direction, and tend to absorb as much information as this place will give me. There's a great deal of history in this coven. I've overheard the owl speakers speaking of a time when it was first formed, a time when its members were fearless and driven by hunger for knowledge. They unveiled secrets hidden from mankind, learned of sources of immense power. Together they achieved things the rest of us dream of, but it came at a heavy price. Their hubris drew the eye of the tree, and nothing was ever the same. Contemporaries speak of that time in hushed tones, but to be honest, I'm envious of them. They must have felt such drive, such clarity of purpose. Is it so wrong to pursue lost knowledge? I'll rest until I've uncovered their secrets, until these places of power once again in our grasp. The witch gods be damned. As I walk among my sisters, I realize there's those among us who look up to the tree with reverence. Through them, the gods retain their unbroken gaze upon this place, and their actions must be discreet and unassuming. The mantle of an ill-directed purposeless new recruit shall suit me well for now. Yeah, Andros is as sourpuss as ever. I suppose he's to thank you for returning our lost recruits. What's the least I could do? Don't be too pleased with yourself. Greeter has now saddled me with this new recruit. She's starting to slow my work. I'm certain you'll figure it out. Ha! With any luck, she'll prove to be at least as useful as you've been. I'll take that as a compliment, I think. That's probably asking too much there. Let's be fair, I'm, the warrior incarnate. It's a little much to ask anyone to measure up to me. Pint me in an army and I'll just decimate it. On some level, I kind of wish the enemies would just come at me all at once. I could probably take them all. Well, not necessarily all the enemies, but say I can find the Chantians, rather than me having 5 little groups. Okay, lads, muster up. Thank you. Now try and kill me. You have a better chance, and you waste less of my time. It's a win-win-win-win. Mostly for me, but somewhat for them. I wonder who, the one there on the note, I wonder where he is. Because he was saying, like, he'll focus himself on the magic and, all this. And then we get a different guy there at the very end. It's odd. Like, maybe it's the same guy, just different name. Like, one is his first name, the other is his surname. But it's hard to know. Signifies nothing. Over here. I swear that just popped in. The little mark there on the map. Probably did, like the eyes do and all that. Okay, there's something there, but I'm not sure. I care enough. Let's go in with a giant hammer. Okay, what's up this beaten path? More giant plants? Feed me, Arwood. Or whatever the guy's name is. Never actually seen Pet Shop of Horrors. Getting kind of used to having the undead swarm. Virulent growth disease. So, note from Trista. I wonder if we'll ever encounter her. What the rifts all over the goddamn place? Certainly not complaining they're handy for me, but each of those rifts is a sign of the ethereals. Yeah, another one of those things. Not sure if they're the covens or what. Oh, they're talking there. Another one of those. I have a feeling they mightn't be the covens. They look different. You know what? I'm gonna be lazy. Okay, we're right by Barrow Home. I think this path might lead into it. The other path clearly doesn't. Cleave. This place is oddly put together. Look, we don't want any troublemakers around here. I have no intention of causing any trouble. Maybe, but I'll still be keeping an eye on you. And if I decide to cause trouble, you'll be the first to know. Oh, hello there, stranger. Welcome to our village. You look famished. Might I offer you a bowl of stew? I made it myself right from one of Aaron's best recipes. Should put some meat back on your bones. No, I don't think so. Well then, I must say I'm quite disappointed. Thought I sensed a hunger in you. Clearly I was mistaken. A shaman, no doubt. An insatiable hunger has driven you to this place. Hint, 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 hint. What hunger? Oh, you seem confused. Meant the hunger for discovery, of course. You must be wondering about our wonderful village. Yes, tell me about Barrowham. Well, as much as any I suspect, I've been, I think it was meant to lead me from a thing of, what can you tell me about the place? This place is my home, always has been. I couldn't leave it if I wanted to, but there isn't much of interest that happens out in the bog, if you can believe it. Yeah, I just fought the Ligorian 2.0. This one was actually dangerous. But there isn't much of interest that happens out in the bog, if you can believe it. Things got exciting briefly when Skorov Endig showed up some years back. Since then, things have been good for our little town. Skorov just showed up. Couldn't tell you how long it's been, but some time ago, Skorov arrived from beyond the bog. It was a desperate time for us, too many mouths to feed and too little food to go around. Skorov was a charmer. Everyone took to him right away, and who could blame us? He was a problem solver. He generously stayed in Barrowhome and showed us how to what to do to survive. Promised a better life, but yet he delivered upon that promise. Where can I find the person in charge? You'll be looking for Skorov Endig then. You should be somewhere about the town. I'm sure he'll be interested to meet you. We don't get visitors out here very often. Thanks, I'll go find them. Hint, 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 hint. 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 I sense hunger in you. You must be a shaman I've heard whisper of. Welcome to our humble village. I do hope you find it satisfactory. Tell me, do spirits offer solace, or have they been silent? What's going on with this place? Whatever do you mean? This village, how is it in good shape? Well, stranger, we're very devoted. We work hard, and our caring leader provides us with everything we need. I mean, Skorov Endig. Yes, of course. We have, all of us, devoted ourselves to him. In return, he gives us safety and satiates our hunger. If you'd eat before you leave, I would hate to see you starve to death out in the bog. Or worse, you could end up as someone's dinner. Sound like a threat? Certainly not. Hunger is a powerful thing. Must feed it, or it may drive you mad. It's less than the flesh graves of the bog certainly take their heart. I'll keep that in mind. What spirits? Oh, I've just heard that some shamans sometimes communicate with spirits through totemic rituals, though it's that perhaps you had experienced such a ritual for yourself and had insight. Can't say I have. Oh, then you should try it for yourself, and it'll be quite enlightening.
Come see what's left of my wares.
You know, it couldn't be any more of a hint, if they had a few items here that all boosted Wendigo totems.
Iron well spent.
really hungry to spill some blood. Just give me an excuse.
Alright, backing off.
A blessed welcome, traveler.
By whose will alone did we meet to stay, and that in itself is cause for celebration. Oh, and which god is that? Oh, that's not important. The Great One has seen it. It's saying to it that we will all have our fill. I see.
Welcome to Barrowholm, traveler.
What a beautiful village. That must be her recipe. She's Aaron. Why, thank you. We try to keep some normalcy in our lives despite all the tragedy. We don't see many visitors here as we used to, but you are welcome to stay as long as you like. Thank you. Despite all the tragedy, you say. Let's not go around breaking random doors. Seems impolite. Even if that is the only way to actually open doors. Gotta be honest. This is the city of cannibals. I'm not entirely sure I'm too happy with them. I am puzzled at how nice this place is. Don't have set out too far for it to suddenly look decrepit again. This just leads down into Ugdall. Here's some unsettling sounds from the basement. It's locked by a score of... Yeah, I'm probably gonna choose to be enemies with these people. They have that table there. Can you do, if you choose to be friends with them, do they become an ally, a normal faction?
Welcome, traveler. I hope the day finds you great fortune. Do stay for a bit if you need a rest.
Christ, you look evil. Something feels off about this place.
I'm not sure what you're implying, traveler. Paranoia, perhaps? It is understandable given how things are these days.
I heard some noises from the cellar.
The meat cellar. We were very fortunate to have found a cow roaming the wilderness nearby. It's a miracle she survived so long out there, or even wandered so far off from the north. What you heard was our butcher getting started on his grisly task. Nothing more.
I'm looking for the Ugdall fetish.
And if it so happens that we have in our possession this thing you seek, why should we just hand it over? I'm afraid if you want something from us, then we are going to need something from you.
Why do you need it?
Why do you? Oh, but frankly, it comes down to reality. We live in a cruel world where many simply take what they want without any consideration for others. I see this as an opportunity for us to work together. A mutual gain.
I don't have time for games. Hand over the Ugdall fetish.
Pardon me, are you making threats? We do not take kindly to that here.
I don't have time for this.
I feel like you're making a brash decision from which there is no turning back. Think this through, and perhaps we can work something out.
This village is finished. Score of Revenant, Servant of Ravager. Yep, seems they do become like a normal faction. Oh, Omen. Whoa, necromancer spells. Simple forged key. Looks much older and worn out than everything else in Barrowhome.
That's locked.
Yeah, it's for the basement. Ugdall turned. So they just had a nice guise of being people. Okay. Or at least not being monsters. Sort of keys appear to fit in the lock. Somehow we figured that out from a mile away, but sure. Armored. When they take bonus damage from elemental, but reduced from physical. 57. Call to the Wendigo. Aspirant. Barrowhome. Barrowhome. Barrowhome, a veritable jewel in the mud, offers a stark contrast to the dangers of the surrounding bog, with the nearly immaculate structures, and peaceful existence. It stands into rightly protective of their home, and offer an unusual mix of caution and warm hospitality to new visitors. After all, in a world ravaged by heroes and chontics, something this perfect must be protected at all costs. Now I'll get extra spawns, near 6,190 to get to hated. But yeah, I sided against these because they're fucking eating people. They're outright the same as the cult, you know, the madmen in the swamp. Killing the madmen in the swamp probably lowers your rep with these. So, wow, I'll be doing a lot of that. Certainly keep their mind better than the, you know, the ones that were playing nice upstairs. Certainly kept their minds better than what these ones. Then again, these ones do lay traps. These ones just never. Maybe they just become more bestial in appearance, but don't lose their minds too much. Actually, no. Remember the other one up in the north. In Astakarn, her mind was dull. Wonder why they were. Anyway, I wonder why they were able to keep their minds better than. Basically, these seem, you know, to be turning bestial. Wonder why the ones upstairs were able to actually keep up the human guys. Because, like, these are all pretty feral, you know? That's what I was just basically getting at. The Wendigos seem to be pretty feral. And like, that one guy outright turned into one. Actually, no, he turned into an Ugdall turned. So... whatever. But yeah, I was just... thinking, like, it's odd, you know, some of them kept their minds better than others, it seems. Jewel in the mud, then the Wendigo entrance. I think there was a forlorn cellar in, Burwich. I know there's a few cellars there, I swear one's called Forlorn. Like, all these so far have just seemed utterly feral and bestial. But we were able to actually have a conversation with plenty of slip-ups, admittedly, on their part with the ones upstairs, at least till they drop the guys. I was figuring they'd be cannibals, but not actually the same as these, you know? I figured they had something else going on without actually being the same as them, if you get me. Like, they were still cannibalistic, but they didn't transform into these beasts. They were, somehow like sidestepping the transformation, or what have you, which would explain how they could talk to people while still being cannibals. But no, they can talk to people, then transform into savage monsters. So, alright. Didn't think that's how it worked. Thought it was a gradual descent that couldn't be covered up, but a wizard did it. Plus, they have the servant of Ravager over yonder. Maybe that's part of the reason why. Yeah, basically, anyway, all I'm trying to get at is it was just odd that the ones upstairs could talk and pretend to be people, because all the ones we'd seen so far were just little more than animals. So, like, we haven't found any notes from them or anything. So I was just thinking that there was like a dividing line. Those were the ones who've completely lost themselves, so these are the ones who dabble in it and manage to keep a hold of themselves while still being, a danger and cannibalistic. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. So it's just odd to me that oh no, these are bestial and, monstrous as well, but they can also appear human and talk to you. It's, they're not what I expected. I did not always relish the taste. At first I found it repugnant. The muscle was tough and the flavor made it difficult to swallow, especially when it was raw. But Scorv insisted that to truly embrace the gifts of the Great One, must learn to enjoy it in its natural state, rather than resorting to seasoning or flame. I was resistant, as were the others, but in time came round to embrace the feeling of fresh blood seeping between my teeth, the iron taste of gore upon my tongue. Hunger helped that a bit, I'm sure, but now I feel chills at the thought of a fresh victim. I believe this is what Scorv meant when he said we become closer to our master. The thrill, the energy, the change, I can feel the change. It grows inside me. It began with darkening of the eyes, like a deep crimson. Others, further along in their journey, have expressed concerns about bone pain throughout the body. Scorv reassures us that this was normal and will pass. Whatever changes it brings, I can only anticipate them with a nervous joy. I only wish to be closer to Ravager. Lydia. Well, that's ominous there. We're waiting for it to kind of rise up out of the ground to be an enemy. Thought it was just randomly bent over backwards there. But yeah, we're doing a good thing here. No, that was actually like perfect channel for the other ability. I heard a little bit of talking there. There's no cultists here. And a Wendigo. There's Wendigo cultists at another point. Not here. Well, to be honest, there wasn't many Wendigo cultists. But anyway, oh, here's some. Figuring their brethren here might be too caught up in the bloodlust to recognize even Cult of Wendigo. That's why there wasn't many down here. There's some weird talking there. Oh, still have the 2 points. No. I'll fucking put 2 into that. Keep flip-flopping of what I want to build. How many feels I should just keep putting off into whatever gives me more health, just to improve my survivability. But I also need damage and other things, so I'm torn. I want my minions to be better as well. Probably feels maybe I should focus on making them better through, you know, the gear. Hidden remains. Cool. Well, that went well. Handar Bloodweaver. Nemedia the Screecher. Empowered Doomforged Breastplate. Outright, oh, it's a Witchblade thing, definitely. Though the Celestial Presence I'm not too sure on. But yeah, this is very much built for a Witchblade. 2 Cadence, 2 Witchfire. Beautiful. Yeah, actually, I'm after getting a few bits of Witchblade gear. 3 to Witchfire, 2 to Cadence. If I ever do decide to either pick up where I left off on the other guy, or start a new one, well, I've got some kit here for it. I thought they had a prisoner with them, given the sounds coming from the basement. I guess it was just D's. That's why, you know, he was saying a cow. It's like, yeah, it's livestock, but not the type he's saying.